All right, dentists, let's talk about one of the trickiest, most debated, and often most frustrating aspects of practice management: staff bonuses. How do we properly motivate and incentivize our teams to do a great job, to be truly invested, and to help drive the practice forward? I have looked at this issue from every conceivable angle across many different practices with all types of teams, and I'll be honest with you, for a long time I wasn't sure if there was a single right answer, but after years of experimenting in just about every bonus system being used that I can imagine, I think I've finally cracked the code. And the answer might surprise you. Today we're going to break down the truth about staff bonuses. We'll explore why the most common bonus systems, like a simple collections goal, often fail miserably, turning into entitlement programs that just breed resentment. And most importantly, I'm going to share a strategic, adaptable framework for bonusing that actually works to keep your team engaged, drive the right behaviors, and prevent that dreaded sense of entitlement. This is about transforming your bonus from just another expense into a powerful tool for building a better, more profitable practice. So why do most bonus systems eventually fail? I think we've all seen the classic scenario. You roll out a new bonus, maybe it's tied to monthly collections. For the first month or two, there's some excitement. People are a little more focused, but then a few months later, something shifts. That bonus is no longer seen as a reward for exceptional performance. It's just an expected part of the paycheck. It becomes an entitlement. It no longer moves the needle on the behavior. But if you have a slow month and you don't get it, you're suddenly the bad guy. And this isn't just a minor annoyance. This entitlement trap can have catastrophic consequences for a practice. I once knew a doctor who was probably in his mid-50s, a great clinician, getting close to selling his practice and retiring. He had a very generous bonus program that had been in place for years. But over time, as practice margins got a little tighter, it became clear that the bonus wasn't driving any positive behavior at all. It had completely transformed into an entitlement program. So he decided to change it. What happened next was not what he expected. His team didn't view the bonus as a bonus. In their minds, it had become a non-negotiable part of their contracted pay. When he tried to adjust the system to something new, the team revolted. The entire clinical and administrative team ended up quitting all at once. This put his practice in an incredibly difficult spot. And to make matters worse, this was all happening during a severe labor shortage. So finding qualified replacements was nearly impossible. This chaos absolutely crushed the value of his practice and ended up delaying his retirement by years until he could painstakingly rebuild the team and get things back to a stable position. This is a perfect cautionary tale, an example of what a well-intentioned but stagnant bonus system can become and how it can really come back to hurt you. The effectiveness of any bonus is also so dependent on the team that you have. If you have a mediocre team that isn't really invested, I'm not really convinced that any standard bonus system is truly effective long-term. And if you have a genuinely great team, motivated, well, they're probably going to be motivated and do a great job anyway, bonus or not. The other major pitfall, especially with a simple production or collections goal, is that it often doesn't feel fair to the owner. If you, the doctor, have a killer month and personally drive a ton of production through your own hard work and case acceptance, then suddenly everyone gets a big bonus because of it. You can start to feel a little resentful because you don't necessarily see your team working any harder or doing anything different. You're just paying them more because you worked harder. That's a terrible dynamic. Now, there are exceptions. If you have a key team member like a treatment coordinator or an office manager who is a natural driver and directly influences production, tying their bonus to that specific metric can work incredibly well. Their actions have a direct and measurable impact on the outcome. But for the team as a whole, it's often too disconnected. So what's the answer? If stagnant, one-size-fits-all bonus systems are doomed to become entitlement programs. So how do we create something that actually works? The one thing that I can confidently say that I've learned after all this time is that the best bonus system is not a system at all. It's a strategy of constant and intentional variety. And any bonus system that is stagnant and always the same is destined to fail. The key to keeping a bonus feeling like a true reward, to keeping the team engaged, and preventing entitlement is to continually mix it up. This is the core principle. But variety alone isn't enough. It has to be structured variety. Each team member still needs to understand exactly how they can personally contribute to achieving the goal. If an assistant has no idea how their actions help the team hit the target, they won't be motivated and their behavior won't change. So here is the strategic framework for implementing a variety bonus strategy throughout the year. Step 1, divide your year into push months and prize months. Look at your practice's historical data. You likely have months that are consistently high producing. Maybe for you, it's March, April, and October when people are using their insurance benefits or getting work done before the summer or using their tax refund. You also have months that are historically slower, maybe the summer months or the beginning of the year when people are recovering from the holidays. For your historically strong production months, these become your prize months. During these months, you're already likely to be profitable. The goal here isn't necessarily to squeeze out every last drop of production, but to focus on team cohesion, morale, and celebrating success. So for these months, you set a team goal, and the reward is an experiential prize, not a cash bonus. For example, you could set a goal around a specific metric, like hitting a certain number of 5-star Google reviews, or achieving a certain 98% collection rate, or even getting a number of new patients. If the team hits it, the prize could be taking the entire team out for a fantastic dinner, getting everyone a professional massage, maybe buying new high-end chairs for the break room, or even investing in something that makes their work lives better. These are fun, they build culture, and they don't feel like part of a paycheck. For your historically slower production months, these become your push months. These are the months where you need extra financial motivation to overcome the seasonal slump. During these months, you implement a more traditional financially driven bonus tied to a specified production or collections goals. The reward is cash. Because you're only doing this for a few specific months of the year, it feels like a special challenge, a true bonus opportunity, not a predictable part of their compensation. By alternating between financial incentives and prize incentives, you get the best of both worlds. The bonus never feels like a given, it's always something new and different. It truly feels like what it's supposed to be, a random, exciting reward for achieving a specific goal. Now, step 2 is make the goals clear and role specific. No matter what the bonus is for the month, you have to break down how each person contributes. If the goal is financial, a push month, sit with your team and map it out. Okay, team, our collections goal is X. For our hygienist, that means we need to focus on reactivating overdue patients and making sure every perio patient is properly scheduled for their next visit. For our assistants, that means efficient room turnover and helping me stay on schedule so we can accommodate that extra patient. For the front office, it's about making sure that every patient has a financial arrangement before their appointment. Everyone needs to see their role. If the goal is prize-driven, a prize month, you do the same. Okay, team, our goal this month is 30 new 5-star reviews. Front office, let's make sure we're consistently asking happy patients. Assistants and hygienists, when a patient gives you a compliment, that's your cue to say, we would be so grateful if you could share that experience online. And then step 3 is consider an individual accountability component. To avoid the feeling that a few superstars are carrying the whole team, you can add a layer of individual accountability. One system I've used that has worked well is to give each team member a specific measurable goal related to their role. For example, the hygienist has a fluoride acceptance goal. The assistant has a goal for taking a certain number of intraoral photos. The front office has a goal of collections rate. And the rule is, let's say if 5 out of the 7 team members hit their individual target for the month, then everyone gets the team bonus. This encourages individual effort while still promoting teamwork and peer support. It can be more complex to track, so you have to weigh that, but it can be very effective. Ultimately, the objective of any bonus system is to get the most out of your team, drive performance, and improve the overall health of your practice. If the system you're currently using is not doing that, if it feels stagnant, or if it's creating entitlement, then you absolutely need to mix it up. So if there's one thing that I've learned from experimenting in dozens of practices and with different teams, it's that I finally have the answer to the question, what is the right method to bonus your team? And I can confidently say that the only right answer is that there is no single right answer for every office, and the best strategy is one that embraces change. Your bonus system needs to be tailored to the unique characteristics and the motivations of your specific team, and it needs to evolve over time to stay fresh and to stay effective. Now, if this strategic approach to team motivation and practice management resonates with you, and you want to have more ideas to build a more profitable and enjoyable practice, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Let's keep working together to make dentistry fun, fulfilling, and rewarding. Subscribe so you don't miss the next strategy, and I'll see you soon.